Hello, Rama Pupudu. Hope all are in good health, feeling great, wonderful, having a happy and peaceful life. Now let's continue with the next part. The Tibetan teacher initiated young Vishuddhananda into the principles and practices of the yoga of body control. Under this rigorous training, the disciple developed powers of body and mind which were supernormal. He was also initiated into a strange art which he calls solar science. For 12 years, despite the hardships of life in a snowbound region, he continued his pupillage at the feet of the Tibetan professor of immortal life. His training finished, he was sent back to India. He crossed the mountain passes, descended into the plains, and in due course himself became a teacher of yoga. He settled for a while at Puri on the Bay of Bengal, where he still maintains a large bungalow. The flock of disciples which gathered around him belong exclusively to the higher class of Hindus. They comprise wealthy merchants, rich landowners, government officials, and even a Raja. I get the impression, perhaps I am wrong, that humbler folk are not encouraged. How did you perform those wonders you showed me? I asked bluntly. Visuddhananda crosses his plump hands. What you have been shown is not the result of yoga practice. It is the result of a knowledge of solar science. The essence of yoga is the development of willpower and mental concentration on the part of the yogi. But in solar science, practice those qualities are not required. Solar science is merely a collection of secrets, and no special training is necessary to make use of them. It can be studied in exactly the same way that any of your Western material sciences are studied. Pandit Kavich supplements the hint that this strange art is more akin to the science of electricity and magnetism than to any other. I feel as much in the dark as before, so the master vouchsafes some further information. This solar science, which now comes from Tibet, is nothing new. It was well known to the great yogis of India in very ancient times, but now, except for a rare few, it has almost been lost to this country. There are life giving elements in the sun's rays, and if you knew the secret of separating or selecting those elements, you too could do wonders. And there are etheric forces in sunlight which have a magic power once you get control of them. Are you teaching these solar science secrets to your disciples? Not yet, but I am preparing to do so. Certain disciples will be selected and the secrets imparted to them. Even now, we are building a large laboratory where study classes, demonstrations, and experiments will be carried on. Then, what are your disciples learning at present? They are being initiated into yoga. The Pandit takes me to inspect the laboratory. It is a modern structure, several stories high and distinctly European in design. The walls are built of red brick and large gaps takes the place of windows. These gaps await the coming of huge sheets of plate glass for the research work to be conducted in the laboratory will involve the reflection of sunlight through red, blue, green, yellow, and colorless glass. The Pandit tells me that no Indian works can make glass of the size required to form the giant windows, and therefore the edifice cannot be completed. He asks me to make enquiries in England, but emphasizes that Vishuddhananda wants his specifications to be adhered to completely. Let's continue the next part. Thank you. Bye bye. Rama Rama Pupodu.